Yo, hey guys, welcome to Smash University. My name is Bam, joined here by the boy Charles.
Hey, what's
And
up?
today we're going to be talking about CEO happening out this weekend out there in Florida. You know, pretty incredible tournament. It's good to see the fighting game community kind of back in large, right?
Yeah,
And I mean, of course, for Smash, now we've had a couple majors that have been coming out, but this one felt good, man. It felt home. You felt like there's, you had a full-on crowd. The Florida crowd is definitely one of the best out there, bro. And it's some black excellence, man. So it was a good time. It was a good time, man. But let's dive into this tournament because um, from the onset from the tournament, I'm sure you were aware, like there was a lot of top players that were looking to go,
right.
and then we kind of got announcements about the PGR and how this wasn't really counting the PGR. It's going to start up on in January. Then we had some players just kind of getting tired, and they felt like this was the tournament they were going to stay away from. They don't want to go to Florida twice a month. Omicron
Right.
happening. Just a lot of things that were against this tournament, and so a lot of top players didn't go. But I mean, it's crazy, right? It's crazy that despite all that, we still had some top tier talent that came out, and it gave them an opportunity to kind of thrive in a way that they probably wouldn't be able to otherwise. So I think that's one of the coolest things that I saw from the onset of the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. Just to put it in retrospect, the five of the top eight seeds did not show up, and I don't think they reseeded the tournament. So obviously there was a a bunch of seeding stuff, but I think at the end of the day, the players that played really well, they got into top eight, and we had a hell of a show throughout the entire tournament, and especially in the top eight. Congrats to Kola bringing it back from losers. Got in the top eight winner side, but yeah, lost to Mute Ace. Mute Ace was playing phenomenal this tournament. So shout outs to Mute Ace. It was really
Yes.
because Mute Ace had some momentum from main stage, and
Yep.
so it's great to see Mute Ace, you know, get his footing and coming in really strong. With the Peach as well, so we're starting to see Peach come back into this like top level or top eight level play. Really exciting to see, and I think the character diversity, as always for Ultimate, very vast. Obviously, some of these top players you'll see them like Kola always usually making an appearance in like the top eights, right? So we're seeing Roy. I think that's the only double character we saw. Like, oh wow, oh okay. So Goblin didn't get top eight. I thought Goblin got top eight,
Yeah.
but regardless, just I feel like Roy is like one of those characters where like if we do see a double, we'll see double Roy, right? Because there's like so many great
Right.
players that play Roy. But yeah, just overall
Yeah.
fantastic tournament. Always a treat to watch Gluttony compete, right? Outside of Europe, and not to take anything away from Europe, but just watching that regional clash, right? And Gluto got second, so it was a fantastic tournament.
Yeah, man, it was a stellar tournament. I mean, I think one of the things that was crazy for me, right, is just like you said, seeing kind of the peaches. Seems like Umeki and Mudace are doing some big things. Mudace just plain stellar, neutral, man. I still think outside of kind of Umeki and Razo, Ling Ling, we're not seeing the full punish game with Peach as of
Right, like the
yet.
touch of death stuff. I think probably
Yeah,
Umeki's like the closest one,
right.
and Umeki was like infamous for that in Smash 4. Could like
Yeah,
was one of the only Peaches that did the Peach Infinite before it got patched out in tournament. So Umeki always known for like incredible punish game, right? So
yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, yet, dude, Mudace is still doing it with some of the the standard B&Bs, man, which is actually incredible.
yep,
I think as people have gotten better at the general combo game. Lutoni, glad to see him come out. Wasn't able to take the tournament. I know he was kind of favored to get the tournament once you had some other people drop out, but still had a very strong showing. And I think just once again showing Wario is capable of
yeah,
doing things. Also showcasing the power of Europe. Like shouts to him in France. Doing it big. I mean, really, really stellar play. But man, it's so insane to me that to see like fatality up there as well too, getting fourth place. Right, good Georgia representation. One of the crazy things for me, one of my favorite sets probably of the tournament was actually fatality going up against ESAM. Right,
Right.
and kind of seeing that and to get in that top eight. Man, it was stunning. That matchup is one of the harder matchups in the game, I would argue. And to kind of see how Fatality was playing with SDI, how he was maneuvering around some of the shortcomings, some of the like hurt box shifting that you tend to see from Pikachu, avoiding a lot of these key edge guards that are very, very hard for Falcon. Despite Esam, putting on a show, had one kill that was probably one of the sickest kills in the entire tournament, right? Getting the jab block into a drop down trump into a dare, close the stock, like it was pretty damn incredible. But Fatality closed that one out 3-1. So shout outs to him doing work. Of course, we have fifth. We have MVD. Kind of always solid there. He's someone that people still have a lot of trouble with, right? And I'm really proud of him there. He kind of got bodied, not kind of. He definitely got bodied by Fatality going into their matchup. That was, I mean, my man ended it with a three stock, and MVD just killed himself because he couldn't take it anymore. Like that,
Damn.
that was kind of wild. And
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
he gave him the
One of those
classic
sets.
Fatality handshake. I was like, damn, like that. So pretty nutty top eight. But man, of course you gotta have one Rob in there, man, because he's big, right? So
Yeah.
he's
Rob
doing
is
big
big.
things as always. Yeah, that character. All I'm gonna say is there was a certain point when Zomba was outboxing Kola, and I'm like, damn, imagine Rob outboxing
This is
freaking
the
Roy,
world we
dude.
live in.
Yeah, and no one bats an eye. No one bats a freaking eye, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, all in all, still a showing by all the players. We do have Sonics, right, who was kind of on the cusp there, right?
Right.
And Wadi, Wadi doing fairly solid. I think one of the big things that I saw there was the fact that the matter is that you have Wadi, you had Sonic. Sonic is someone very, very strong. Actually, a pretty good bracket for him in terms of the matchups that he would have to go after if he had made it into the top eight, but just very shy of making it, man. So that's going to be a rough one for him, getting a hit by Ling Ling, and then, of course, ESAM closing that out on him. Pretty rough, but overall, I think that he's someone who's very, very close as well. Just kind of really needs to tighten up some things. But hey, man, like I said, great showing. Kola had some terrible SDs in the beginning of top eight, yet
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
found a way to tighten things up. I really think that if Kola didn't play Fatality um, before he was going to play Gluttony, I think he would have lost. I think that him playing someone that he's familiar with playing with kind of got him back into the groove and got him in a better position to play the game that he needs to play. Because
Yeah.
early on in top eight, it wasn't looking pretty, man. You'd be talking about moist, bro. Like I was telling people, like my man needs some cocoa butter, bro. It was looking mad dry.
Looking
And
dry.
entire beginning, I thought it was a wrap.
Yeah.
But he found a way, and I definitely feel like him playing Fatality to a certain point too helped him kind of get back into his flow and his cadence,
Right.
and you saw it in strides going up against Gluttony. So good stuff on his side.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because I don't want to say Cola's a player that's known for SDs, but when I think of like heartbreaking SDs, Cola's one of the first players that come to mind, which just really
Yep.
sucks. I've seen like throughout the course of just like Brawl, Smash 4, and Ultimate, there are players that just kind of get gate kept by nerves, and it's like they're so good in friendlies or they're doing really well, and then they just like SD at zero. Like the one that comes to mind is the SD against Mars Game 5 at Summit
Mm-hmm.
with Kola, like like fast falling, and it was a really good fastball, but he up B too late, so it was a really good fastball to like dodge the aerial, and then like you know was too late on the up B, so stuff like that. And like I like how you brought out fatality or just like kind of getting back into his comfort zone. So I feel like once Kola gets more consistent at that like aspect of his play in terms of just like making sure he's comfortable, making sure because like if you SD at like 150, that's not too bad. But when you're SDing like
Yeah.
really early and it's like very very impactful SDs, like you still gotta shake it off. But at the end of the day, it's still like you're throwing away like so much value in your stocks, right? So really sucks. But I'm glad that he was able to it's really impressive in terms of bounce back to be SDing a lot, winners side top eight, and then win the whole freaking tournament, right? So
Yeah, like
it
it's
shows
wild.
like that was amazing resilience. So shout outs to Kola. Even like I feel like Kola in terms of Roy players, like I feel like a lot of people will compare Kola and Goblin. I feel like Kola has like lower lows, higher highs, and then Goblin's like more
Yes,
centered kind of thing,
I agree.
where like
I
in
agree.
terms of consistency, and it kind of like shows in their gameplay and decision making. But I feel like once Kola kind of refines and gets that like instead of like being wide, you're kind of like pushing the consistency like this way. I think Kola
Hmm.
is very capable of that, and it was really cool to see him like push through. Game 5 against Mute in losers finals, who's the person that put him into losers, so was able to get the run back and Game 5 against Gluto set one, and then close it out 3-1 on the reset. So amazing, amazing stuff to Kola.
Yeah, man, really, really stellar stuff. And like you said, he's someone that has high highs, low lows, but he's pushing in the right direction, right? And so that's a very good sign for him, for his long term growth. Um, and this is a really good place for him to be in, specifically going into Smash World Tour, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I think that's something that a lot of players were kind of focusing on as well too, as to why they didn't show up as CEO.
right.
Honestly, I think that if you're gonna play it 2 weeks later and it's a tournament that doesn't really affect your placings in that tour, I think it is a smart move by some players, right, to
I
not do
respect it
so.
for sure.
You know, and whatever the decision was, I think that it is a good look because you don't want to have people have the freshest tape on you, because people are going to be looking at VODs. This is serious. We got some bucks on the line for this, right? Smash
Hmm.
ain't used to it, but hey, we got some money on the line. So now you a little serious, all right? Now you got to have some game plan going into this.
Yeah,
But I think for some of these players, like a fatality, um, like especially like I said, cola, gluttony as well. I think this is actually really great for these guys to play because I think for them a lot of it is kind of getting over certain nerves, getting kind of used to playing in this particular environment,
yeah.
and I think that bodes for them so much more than the nerf of people having modern, to have latest VODs on you. So I think it was a good choice by them. I especially think it's a great choice for Kola. I think that he can kind of go into Smash World Tour with his head held high, be confident, and we know what confident Kola can do. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see if we can have this trend move forward once we have the championship.
Yeah, I like that you bring up like the multi-tournament macro aspect, kind of like just looking good for Kola. Like you said, Kola just being a momentum-based player, as long as he's feeling really confident going into Smash World Tour, he's going to be a huge threat. And we've seen Kola take out like the best of the best. So really, I just can't wait till we get to the point in the game where, because it feels like right now it's like Leo Spargo kind of like has been duking it out lately, right?
Mhm.
Tweak's still obviously part of that conversation as well. And then, I want other players, and I do think there are other players that can contest those three for sure. But I just want to see it happen more often, so to speak, right?
I agree. I
Right,
agree.
because like like as of recent, it's been like right when quarantine opened up, it was like those three duking it out, but like Leo on top, obviously, and then like then now it kind of feels like Spargo and Tweaker duking it out, and then like but Leo's still kind of like trumping above everyone else. So I want to see other players like push into that like tier level, so to speak, right? And I think we're starting to see it as well with the international talent. So we're starting to get that good mix of the international talent. That's one thing I can't wait for Smash World Tour, man.
Yep.
It's gonna be so sick because it's like we have all the stars of a lot of regions and even like some just underrepresented regions in general, which I always love. Like I always love the stories of region because to me that's where like Smash and FGC like
Hmm.
it's a lot of regional pride, or at least it used to be. I think it still is now, but it used to be way more apparent like before. But yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fire, man. It's definitely gonna be fire, and I think that CEO did set a tone. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is that you had a lot of these up and coming talent, right, or people just right on the cusp of being that next level, getting their big break. they had the opportunity to shine, and that goes a long way. You know, whatever you want to say as a viewer, whatever you want to say as a competitor, that really goes a long way to growing the scene. But most importantly, for those players, to get them in a space where they have the right mind state going into a championship, you know, going into the next year. So you really love CO. It was super fun to watch. Definitely saw some people overcome some crazy matchups. Again, shout out to Vitality for how he was playing. He was playing phenomenal during the course of the top eight. Of course, shout outs to Kola as always for closing that one out. And yeah, man, good runs by a lot of people. Gluttony, I want to see you. I want to see you take out some names, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm rooting for the guy. I really want to see him do what it do. I already saw some pictures already on Twitter. Looks like he is gonna be labbing it up with Spargo, with Leo. So that's a great opportunity for him because he's just one of those players who's really just need to play. He's just needed to play other top level talent. So he's able to
Right.
get some of that from CEO. Now he's gonna get that in the training rooms, and then we got Smash World Tour. So good stuff, man. Great weekend. Great showcase for Smash as always.
Yeah, and you can just tell these top players are, taking the, next week or two coming into Smash World Tour very seriously. Like you said, like this isn't kind of just like, oh, I'm gonna show up. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much on the line. So it's gonna be sick to watch everyone's like training come to fruition, right? So gonna be sick to watch and can't wait for that. But hope you guys enjoyed our recap, kind of going over the CEO top eight and kind of how like Kola dug deep and brought it, really just like had the resilience to follow through and get the tournament win, the CEO win. So congratulations to him. And yeah, if let us know in the comments what was your favorite set of the top eight bracket of CEO. Just let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.